Ladies and gentlemen, are you tired of feeling like a mute at social gatherings? Do you want to be the life of the party, the one everyone wants to talk to? Well, you're in luck. In this video, we're going to teach you how to talk to anyone and make them love you. And, if that doesn't work, we'll also teach you how to fake your own death and start a new life. Just kidding, but seriously, we'll be covering some practical tips, some hilarious examples, and even some reasons why we might struggle with communication. So, whether you're an introvert or just not sure how to start a conversation, grab a drink and get ready to become a social butterfly. The first tip for talking to anyone is to make them laugh. Who doesn't love a good joke? To make someone laugh, you can use humor, tell a joke, share a funny story, or imitate a funny character. Be aware of the audience and their sense of humor and try to make a connection with them through shared interests or experiences. Have fun with it, and don't be afraid to be a little silly. Remember that laughter can help to break the ice and put people at ease, making communication easier and more enjoyable. Another tip is to be confident in yourself and your ability to communicate. Fake it till you make it, if you have to. Confidence is an important aspect of effective communication. Here are a few tips to help build confidence in communication. Practice, practice, practice. The more you communicate with others, the more comfortable and confident you will become. Prepare. Before engaging in a conversation, think about what you want to say and how you want to say it. This will help you feel more in control of the situation. Speak clearly and at a moderate pace. Slow down and enunciate your words if you tend to talk too fast or mumble. Listen actively. Pay attention to the other person and respond to what they are saying. This will help to build a rapport and make you feel more comfortable in the conversation. Be yourself. Don't try to be someone you're not. People are more likely to connect with you when you are being genuine and authentic. Believe in yourself. Remember that everyone makes mistakes, and the more you communicate, the more you learn. Take risks and step out of your comfort zone. The more you challenge yourself, the more you'll grow and develop confidence. Third tip is to use a clever pickup line. Just make sure you're not using any of the ones from the 90s, like, "Do you have a name or can I call you mine? Excuse me, but I think you dropped something, my jaw. Are you a camera? Because every time I look at you, I smile. Do you have a band-aid? I just scraped my knee falling for you." Using a clever pickup line in communication can be a fun and lighthearted way to start a conversation. However, it's important to use them in the right context and with the right audience. Make sure it's appropriate and not offensive. Also, don't rely too much on pickup lines. Keep in mind that these can be seen as cheesy or unoriginal, and it would be best to use them in a playful and friendly manner. Always be prepared to follow up with a conversation and read the other person's reaction to the pickup line. It's also important to be aware of your body language. Make sure to avoid fidgeting or looking like you want to escape. Keep your body open and approachable, and always remember to smile. It's the universal sign of friendliness. Body language is an important aspect of communication, as it can convey our feelings and attitudes even before we speak. Here are a few ways in how to use body language effectively in communication. Maintain good eye contact. This can show that you are engaged, interested, and confident in the conversation. Use an open posture. Stand or sit with your shoulders back and your arms uncrossed. It projects confidence and willingness to communicate. Keep your gestures natural and moderate. Wild gestures can be distracting and may be interpreted as anxiety or insincerity. Use facial expressions to emphasize your points and show your emotions. Smiling and nodding can help to show that you are paying attention and understanding the other person. Use your body to mirror the other person's posture. It helps to establish rapport and a sense of connection. Be aware of your tone of voice and the pace of your speech. Speak in a clear and confident voice and try to match the pace of the person you are speaking to. 5. The fear of rejection can be a major barrier to effective communication, but there are strategies that can help to reduce this fear. Here are a few tips. Acknowledge and accept your fear. Recognize that feeling afraid of rejection is normal. Remember that everyone experiences it in some form or another. Reframe your thinking. Instead of focusing on the potential rejection, focus on the potential positive outcome of the conversation. Practice mindfulness. In the moment, try to focus on the present and what is happening in the conversation rather than worrying about rejection. Challenge negative thoughts. When negative thoughts about rejection arise, challenge them by asking yourself what evidence you have to support them. Be prepared. If you know the conversation you will have is likely to have the risk of rejection, it can be helpful to prepare for it, for example, by thinking about potential objections and having counterarguments ready. Learn from rejection. When rejection does happen, try to learn from it and think about what you can do differently next time. Remind yourself that rejection is not a reflection of your self-worth. It's just a part of life and it's a natural thing to experience. An example, if you are afraid of rejection in a dating context, you could try to remind yourself that rejection is not a judgment on your worth as a person, and that there are many other potential partners out there. In conclusion, talking to anyone is not as difficult as it may seem. With a sense of humor, confidence, clever pickup lines, and the right body language, you can be the life of the party and make new friends. And remember, rejection is not the end of the world, it's just the end of a conversation with one person. So don't be afraid to put yourself out there, you never know who you'll meet or what you'll learn. Also, don't forget to have fun with it. It might not be perfect every time, but practice makes progress. And remember, if all else fails, you can always fake your own death and start a new life. Just kidding, please don't do that. We'll meet again with next video to enhance our life. Till then, be conscious, be curious.